Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Heather McCarthy, and today's video is sharing and planning my Thanksgiving little mini unit that I decided to make for my daughter. As you saw a few videos ago, I did a flip through of our Christmas unit, but doing that made me realize that I really had nothing planned to teach my daughter about Thanksgiving. So I started looking at mini units for Thanksgiving online, and most of them are 10 or 12 lessons long. Obviously, I'm filming this right now on Saturday, and we only have like 7 days left of school until Thanksgiving. So doing 10 or 12 lessons in 7 days is not going to be practical with a 2-year-old. So I sat down last night, this was super spur of the moment, and laid out 5 lessons, 5 activities to do with my daughter to teach her, one, the meaning of Thanksgiving, and also to work Thanksgiving into some more practical, fine motor skill lessons and just different matching lessons, numbers, letters, different things that we're working on. So I planned out 5 activities to work Thanksgiving into those lessons that we already need to do. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what we are doing in our homeschool to teach about Thanksgiving to our 2-year-old. This video is going to be super relaxed. I'm just going to literally sit here drinking coffee, and I'm just going to show you what I found. So the first thing I did last night, I don't know why my nose is so itchy. I'm sorry if you keep seeing me itch my nose. The first thing I did last night was go onto Pinterest and look at different activities. So I'm going to show you, there are 2 that I printed off and 1 that I actually have to make. I haven't made it yet. As I said, I just found all of these last night, and I wanted to film this video while the daylight is still out. So I have not had a chance to get on my Cricut and make this 3rd activity yet, but I will post a picture on Instagram once I get it done. But I will also insert the pin over here when I get to that part. So the first thing I'm going to show you is the activities I printed off of Pinterest. So recently my daughter has been working on cutting and gluing. I think that is a little advanced. I think they say cutting starts around age 3. She will be 3 in February, so it's not that far off. But this activity is cutting out the feathers and gluing them on the turkey. So I thought that would be great for her fine motor skills. She can color the rest of the turkey, and she can cut and glue on these little feathers. So that will be one day. And I'm going to try to keep the easier ones, like this is a little bit easier, on days when we have a lot of schoolwork. So next Monday and Tuesday, we have a ton of actual like Abeka schoolwork to get done. So that will probably go on one of those days just because it's going to take us a couple of minutes and it's going to be done. So I did try to find some that are easier and some that are harder just so we can spread them out over different days and over, you know, different amounts of work. The next thing I downloaded is this pumpkin pie number sheet. And it has numbers 1 through 9, I believe. 1 through 10. And I'll show all of these kind of close up in a minute. It has numbers 1 through 10, and you take cotton balls and put them on there like dollops of whipped cream. So you'll just take the cotton ball and put it on. I'm actually going to laminate these pages. So I'm going to cut so they're separate, 1 and 2. And I'm going to laminate it and get a Expo marker or a dry erase marker so that my daughter can attempt to trace these numbers. She is not doing handwriting yet, but I figured it can't hurt to try. So I'm going to laminate this so we can also use these again next year when I will be expecting her to at least be beginning to trace letters and numbers. So that is our 2nd activity. Our 3rd activity is the one that I have not completed yet. And basically that is creating a turkey for our wall. I'm in my office right now. If you can't tell, some things have changed. But we now have a big open wall over here. So I'm going to make a turkey and tape him to the wall. And he has different colored feathers. And we have leftover round little circle stickers from when we moved here. And I'm going to have her put those round stickers on the correct colored feather. So just kind of a color matching activity that I think she'll do really well with. We've done similar ones in the past and she's really enjoyed them. So we're going to do that for Thanksgiving and just have her match the colors to the feathers. And I thought it was perfect timing since we have this big wall that we don't normally have open and probably won't stay open for long. but we do have, so that's why, I guess I should say, if I'm a little echoey, that is why. We redid our whole office, and the tour of that will be up hopefully on Thursday. If not, it'll be on Sunday. But we basically tore out all the furniture in here and bought all new stuff. So I'm so excited to show it to you. But we have an empty wall that we've never had before and that won't exist for long. So we're gonna utilize that while we can. The last two things that I want to do throughout this 5-lesson little mini unit are 2 books to actually teach what Thanksgiving is about, and also the people who helped create what we here in America call Thanksgiving. So the first book I have is The Very First Americans. If you saw my last video where I went through the books that I have hauled for the school year, I mentioned this one when I said that we read about Squanto. I mentioned that this would be better for kids who are a little bit more sensitive. So we will be reading this book, and it is all about Indian tribes from around America. So like I said, it's the very first Americans. So it hits on different types of Indians from all different sections of our country, since we know the northeastern Indians were different than the southern Indians, were different than the Indians in the northwest. They were all different, they all had different purposes and lived in different ways. So this book goes into a lot of detail describing that. We have read this before, but I'm really gonna focus on it in the middle of the day this year, just to help her learn about the Indians or the Native Americans. The next story I have is the story of the Pilgrims. We've also had this one for 2 years. I bought this last year, but we are going to work on just learning this, and it teaches about the Pilgrims, why they came here, how they came here, talks slightly about leaving England and coming across on the Mayflower, and then about their new life here in America and how they struggled and the pretty much ice age winter they suffered. So we have this one for learning about the Pilgrims. I do have a few other books that I will probably incorporate at nighttime. As I said in my last video, we do daytime books and nighttime books. Daytime books are like those, they're more kindergarten level books that I read aloud. And our nighttime books are more what you would expect to be the appropriate 2-3-year-old books. So we do have a couple others about Indians, about Thanksgiving, that we will probably be reading in the evening time. But I didn't incorporate those into this video because they are not school books. They're not books that we're using for school, they're books that we're using at bedtime as part of our nighttime routine. Which, if you guys want to see our nighttime routine, comment down below and I will work on that. But yeah, we have different books, completely different books that we use at nighttime. So to go into a little bit of how I made this mini unit, how I found these activities, honestly, basically I went on Pinterest, and I have my Pinterest link down below if anyone wants to follow me. I have a whole section there about homeschool activities that I plan to print out for my daughter, and I've pinned them for any age because we do plan on doing this for a while. So I've pinned stuff from toddler all the way up through probably, I'd say through early elementary school or mid-elementary school. So make sure you follow me over there if you want to see the things that I am pinning. But that is how I found all of these. And I went in with the goal that I wanted to find something for math or numbers, because that's what we're really emphasizing right now. She's pretty solid on 1 through 10, but I want to make sure she's 100% solid on it before moving on to like 10 to 15 or 10 to 20. So I really wanted to solidify that we are solid on counting to 10. I wanted to work on color matching because there are still some colors that I noticed she hesitates with, red and orange being 2 of them, and like differentiating red from orange. So that was something else that I wanted to work on, and Thanksgiving is the perfect time since red and orange are 2 of the main colors in Thanksgiving. So we wanted to work on that, and that's why I chose that turkey activity. And the cut one, like I said, is because we've been working on cutting recently. She's really enjoying it. She comes up to me like at least once a day and goes, cut, 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 cut. And she wants to go cut something. So that'll give her something to cut. That is it for this video. I will be doing, okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I'm pretty much taking this channel in the direction of homeschool. I have decided. I sat down and really reflected on what I want this channel to be in the future as we continue to grow and evolve. And I have decided to go ahead and make this channel be mainly homeschool and sharing our curriculum, sharing our days, etc., etc. So if you have any homeschool themed videos that you would like to see, please comment them down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you like this mini unit, if you like this change in my channel. Give this a big thumbs up. And if you are new, welcome. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button down below and comment and introduce yourselves because I would love to get to know you. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this and I'll see you in my next video on Thursday. Bye guys.